Today we're going to be talking about why Fubo Stock ran so much in after hours and where this stock could be heading later this week. Let's get into the video. Hi everyone, my name is Zach and welcome back to Finance Bro. Before we get into the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please comment how many shares of Fubo you have and then also consider leaving a like and subscribe as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you guys want to see our public stock portfolio where you can see what we are investing in and why, and then also you want a free stock that could be worth up to $70 when you deposit just $1 on the platform, go ahead and get signed up with Public with the first link in our description. But with all that out of the way, let's get straight into our stock for today, which is going to be Fubo Stock. So as you can see here on public.com/stock/Fubo, you can see that Fubo was up 3% today, but it was up even more in after hours. So we're going to be going over why it's up even more. We're also going to go over the overall financials of Fubo, and then we're also going to be going over technical analysis. So if you guys want to see any of that, go ahead and stick around till the end of the video. And if you guys were already following us on public.com, you would have been able to see right here, I don't know if you could see that, you would have been able to see that we do have Fubo and we're invested in Fubo in our portfolio. So you would have been able to see that we're invested in Fubo if you did follow us on public.com. So if you guys want to do that, go for it. Okay, so here we are on stocktwits.com, and I use StockTwits to kind of see which stocks are trending and why. So you can actually see that, and we're not sponsored by StockTwits, by the way. We are sponsored by Public, first thing in the description. We're not sponsored by StockTwits. You can see that Fubo is the #1 trending stock at the moment, even above Coinbase. So yeah, they're #1 trending, and that is very good. And now we're gonna get into why. As you can see, just by going to Fubo financials on Google, and I really like how Google is putting the earnings calls on here right away, but you can see that in Q2, we're going to go over this in the next article as well, but you can see in Q2 that they beat on earnings per share as well as revenue. So they actually beat their expected loss of -49 cents earnings per share or EPS, and they beat that by reporting -38 cents per share, and that is a 22% beat. And then in terms of revenue, they were supposed to have 121 million, but they reported 130 million in Q2 with a surprise beat of 8%. So overall, super good. That was their first beat on earnings per share in the last 4 quarters. So overall, extremely good. We're going to get into some more of the deep dive of this earnings call in the next article, but I just wanted to kind of go over that just in case you just wanted to see why they're trending up. This is why they're trending up, because they beat on both earnings per share and revenue, but there's actually more to it, so we'll get into that now. Okay, so here we are on marketwatch.com, and you can see that Fubo's TV stock jumps more than 10% after a sports-focused streamer predicts sales will double in 2021. So they increased their guidance calls for 2021 sales to top 560 million after the streaming company reported less than 270 million in 2020. So they basically updated their guidance, and when a stock or a company updates their guidance, that usually leads to a bump in their stock's price, which we saw today. Okay, so let's get into this. You can see that Fubo TV easily surpassed expectations for sales growth in the second quarter, and executives increased their forecasts, calling for full year revenue to more than double, sending shares 10% higher in after hours trading today. We're going to go over why I think it can go even higher than that later, but let's go over some of the actual numbers. So reported a second quarter loss of 94 million or 68 cents per share. That's not very good, but it is better than expected, so that's why we're up. On sales of 139 million, up from 44.2 million just a year ago. So year over year, killing it, crushing it. After adjusting for stock-based compensation and other costs, the company reported losses of 38 cents per share, an improvement from $2.40 per share of a loss the year ago quarter. So basically it goes over analysts and how they basically missed everything. But in response, Fubo executives increased their full-year guidance for revenue from 560 to 570 million, after previously stated 520 to 530. So they expect to do an extra 50 million for the year. So that's super good. Fubo TV reported 2020 sales. Obviously, we already know this. After the ending the quarter with 681,000 subscribers, Fubo executives predicted that total would top 900,000 at the end of the year, increasing the forecast to 910 to 920 from 830,000 850,000 previously. So they're updating all of their guidances, and this is extremely good for Fubo TV and not good for short sellers, which we're about to go over in a second. But yeah, they then talk about what they are offering, and they're excited to preview for the first time today how the Fubo Sports app will immediately and in real time update with relevant bets. So basically, Fubo TV is going to be able to have sports on their sports are already on the app and the website, but you're going to be able to bet live as you watch the game, and it's going to be updating live as you watch it. So that's going to be a super cool feature, and that's why we are actually invested in Fubo TV on our public, first link in our description. But yeah, so overall, you know, that should be coming soon. They have already gotten kind of go-aheads from other people. So that is why Fubo Stock is up today, and why WallStreetBets could be targeting Fubo Stock pretty soon. Another reason that they could be targeting Fubo is because they could have a possible short squeeze coming soon. They have about 22% of their shorts floated. Obviously, this is from July. We should be getting new numbers here soon about Fubo TV, so I will be keeping my eyes close on that, but short sellers definitely should be scared after this huge earnings beat. Not only that, they're only a $4 billion company, and this company could be worth a lot more if it gets into the sports betting industry like they're trying to do. Overall, a bullish pattern is detected, and the performance outlook looks good in the short term and long term, and financials are all upgraded. We have a recommendation rating of a buy, between a buy and a strong buy, and then price targets are anywhere from 25 to 60, but an average of 39. So a total of like a 40% upside from this current price. Not only that, but they have a solid balance sheet, having about 483,000 in current assets and only 204,000 in current liabilities, although they do have a good amount of debt with 300 million. And now we can go over everyone's favorite part of the video when we do the technical analysis. So obviously, we have a big resistance here at $35. If we can get above that tomorrow, then we could really be off to the races and honestly see about $45 by the end of the week. But that's only if we get above $35 tomorrow. So obviously, in after hours, we beat this previous resistance level at $28.37 right before after hours actually, and then we touched all the way to about $32. So we are holding on to this to see how this goes going into tomorrow, and I really want to see Fubo go above $35 with this updated guidance. I think a lot of people are going to be a lot more bullish on Fubo stock and know that they're a lot further along than people might think. But that's going to be it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do you guys agree with me that this could be WallStreetBets' next target? I think it could be because of the short squeeze factor and the fact that they just increased their guidance a lot more. But what do you guys think? I definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video, comment anything and I'll try to get back to you. But that's going to be it for the video. Make sure you like and subscribe for the growth of the channel. My name is Zach, and I hope to see you in the next video.